There are many ways to value a leader. One that I like, and that seems apropos, is to value what they value. Dr. Matheson values and continues to value leadership, education, and the benefits of supervision. Today, we are gathered to acknowledge Dr. Matheson's values in a very special way, the dedication of this space.
Now, being a numbers guy rather than a word guy, I went to the Merriam-Webster dictionary to look up the word dedication. Now, obviously, I know what the word dedication means, but I wanted to share this with you because Webster's has 5 different definitions, and each, in its own way, is very appropriate, and I think Jane would appreciate their applicability. The first one, in the context of religion, an act or rite of dedicating to a divine being or to a sacred use, i.e., the dedication of a temple. 2, a devoting or setting aside for a particular purpose. For example, the dedication of funds raised from the bake sale for a class trip. A name, and often a message prefixed to a literary, musical, or artistic production in tribute to a person or a cause. For example, he mentioned his family in a brief dedication of his novel. 4, self-sacrificing devotion and loyalty. Her dedication to the cause required hard work and dedication. Or 5, a ceremony to mark the official completion or opening of something, such as a building or a room.
And while as a place, this room serves many purposes, at its heart, it's about learning and the sharing of knowledge. This room helps us provide countless trainings and workshops. The room's capacity is 150 people, and scores of social workers have come together here to share their stories, further their learning, and gain continuing education credits. Trainings for a variety of disciplines are held here, and people travel from across Canada and the United States to attend these trainings. This plaque will hang outside the room, and I'll just quickly read what it says. In honor of Jane Matheson, a pivotal leader at Woods Homes since 1984, Jane was CEO for 25 years, guiding this organization with vision, courage, compassion, and strength, a driving force in supervision, education, training, and treatment in the field of children's mental health. And with that, I welcome you all to the Dr. Jane Matheson Training Center at Woods Homes.
Well, I guess it's only fitting in a room now named to honor and acknowledge Jane that we pay tribute and also honor and acknowledge her husband David, who is considered to be part of the Woods Home family for pretty much the same time span. David Westel Major is a fixture here at Woods Homes, always busy creating all sorts of art treasures for the agency, for the people who work here, and or in some way are connected to Woods. He has so generously donated his time and talents to so many fundraisers and events over these many years, primarily with his remarkable pottery and stained glass. David's original 4-season piece hangs in our former boardroom at the Tour Children's Mental Health Center. And along with being fantastic, it was a launching pad of sorts, because it was followed by pieces that now adorn a number of our facilities. A special tribute. David Westel Major is an artist and longtime friend of Woods Homes. Through the years, he has applied his talents to many works of arts for this agency and the people who work here. His stained glass tells the Woods Homes stories of home, of compassion, courage, and forgiveness in a manner that few artists can match. Woods Homes thanks David for his timeless creations and friendship, with appreciation at the retirement of Dr. Jane Matheson, his wife and past CEO of Woods Homes, April 30th, 2020.
First of all, I'd just like to say, it's times like this when you get a little verklempt. Quite a lot, actually. It's a very moving moment, a very moving day, a very moving week. All of you are extremely important to me, and I'm so happy to have my family here. When I started my job as a CEO, I actually started with a story. And so I decided that this week I would tell stories too. And this is story number 1. Once upon a time, way back in 2003 or so, 2 dreamers were out for a drive. One dreamer was naive, and the other was a cynic. The naive driver said, "I have a dream that I would like you to just listen to for a minute, because it's a big one, And you know, big dreams take a long time to happen, and we only have 10 years until 2014. And the cynic nodded. The naive dreamer took the cynic on a circular drive while she explained to him how her dream would look. A modern version of the Hextall estate. A place for the kids to play, a place for families. Beautiful offices with lots of sightlines, no smokestack, and gardens with proper parking, and of course, new residences for the kid. Oh yes, and also this really crazy idea about a family center for whole family treatment. What do you think? Well, he said, I think you are a bit ahead of yourself. You are busting out of the offices at Parkdale, falling over yourselves over there, and no space for any growth. So they kept driving. She thought. Well, that would be a good idea, too. Transform the present administration building into a kid-friendly space and build a new building where, joy of joys, we could have the third floor that was square and could fit 100 people. Why square and 100 people? He asked. She said, we never have anyone come over here to see how wonderful this place is and all the good work being done. We have no space except a gym that smells like old sneakers to host anything big. I would love to have a room where a whole lot of people could fit in for events and training and meetings too, and everyone could see everything. He was completely silent as she rattled on. Probably because he was counting up how much money this was going to cost, and he did not want to completely dampen her enthusiasm right away. And anyway, he was getting excited about it too, but he was not for certain going to tell her that. So let's build a building, she said, just for the beauty of the third floor. And even after he told her how much it was going to cost, and how difficult it was going to be to raise all that money and find a contractor and manage all of the other inevitable pitfalls there were going to be, and oh no, you cannot have underground parking. After all that, it was done. Thank you for acknowledging both dreaming and reality and how well they can fit together. Thank you.